this video, we are going to learn about deep learning and neural network. Before going to the artificial neural network and deep learning, let us see what is a neural network is. Neural network is a network which is connecting our brain and all the parts of our body. For example, you have a teacup in front of you and we are able to smell it and we are able to see it and we are able to hear the sound of putting the cup on the table. All these things are input to our brain. See, the nose is an input device, ears is an input device, and the smell you are getting through your nose is an input to the brain. These things are sent it to the brain through the neurons, and these neurons are connected. How many neurons are there? We don't know. Millions of neurons are there. It is connected, and finally we are making a decision that this is a tea and this is a tea with the rose smell. Okay, so this neuron network, we wanted to replicate it to improve the result or improve the output in the machine learning process. So this neuron network we are trying to replicate, and it is having an input. It may be having only one input or 5 inputs or more than or thousands of input at that time. This will lead to the next layer and finally it is making a decision that this is a teacup and it is very hot and it will be having the smell of rose. So this neuron network is having an input part of it and you are having an output. In between, layers of neurons are there. In the artificial neuron network, these neurons are called as nodes. So we are having a set of nodes which receive the input from outside and it is passing through the layers of nodes and finally it is getting an output. This has to be implemented in the computer so that the brain, how it is working, this computer also will work in such a way that to identify this is a cup of tea with the smell of rose. Now we are going to learn the concept of deep learning. Already we have seen neural network. Now when it has become complicated, when the numerous input is given and we are going to have a network, then we need deep learning. Okay, for example, a driverless car you are going to have and it is going to drive the car through a road. When it sees the signal post and it is a red signal is there, the car stops, and when the green signal comes, it moves. When a person is coming in front of the car, it stops. When the car is coming another car, then it takes the direction in which there is space for it to move. This needs lot of input and you have to make decision based on so many input instantly. See, you have a neural network for the input, what is the position of the car and what are the position of the human being, cyclist and a motorist, everything it has to get as input, and what is the space available, it is having that input, and it has to have layers of neural network, then it is going to make a decision to move forward. This is very complicated and it is having multiple layers of neural network. This is called, when the car is making a decision to move, it makes such a lot of nodes it has to pass and it has to make a decision. That is called deep learning, and deep learning is a subset of AI.
Let's recap. Neural network is inspired from human brain. It has collection of nodes or artificial neurons, which processes data through interconnected layers and gives output. Deep learning is part of a broader family of machine learning methods. Artificial neural networks form the backbone of deep learning. Any neural network that has more than 3 layers, including input and output layer, can be considered a deep learning algorithm. That's all for the day.